New on Curiosity Stream. She was a loving wife, a devoted mother. She also stole atomic secrets and gave them to the Soviets. Meet the woman whose deception kick-started the Cold War on the spy who stole the atom bomb. And
what if they catch you?
Then I shall be shot.
They're coming! Come back!
relive history's most death-defying escapes. It's Impossible Escapes, Civil War. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Hey, Ola, it's Miles. Thank you guys for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast.
Have you heard our newest podcast? It's called The Greatest Story Never Told.
Download it today on radio.com. Be sure to subscribe. New episodes are uploaded every Tuesday at noon.
The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Coming up, the return of Who Sucks Last. First, though, time for some emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com.
You've got mail.
One up from our question on the strangest story you have about sex. Guys, I was in a rave in Seattle, met this girl in a furry suit. Hit it off, I'm rolling like 5 deep, so me being a giant furry fox, the costume was awesome. She asked if I wanted to hook up. I was down, so go back to her apartment and start stripping down, but she did not want me to take off my fursuit. And that's when I was like, nope, this is weird, and I left. Looking back, I should have had sex with a chick in the furry suit. Rock on and skinless bangers. That from Justin.
Yeah, you should have.
I think I follow that guy on Twitter.
Oh, yeah?
Well, he said he's a big fox, right?
Yes. He was a big
giant furry fox.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so you know who it is?
Well,
Twitter.
I know what he looks like.
Out of the fox outfit.
No. I'm not sure. I know what he looks like.
Oh, you only know what he looks like as a fox. Okay.
I think his photo it was the fox.
Oh, all right.
On to the birthdays, guys. Happy birthday to our daughter, Harper. If you find outstanding model citizens of the community could give her a little kid fish sandwich and a Leroy Jenkins, that would make Mom and Dad very happy. Thank you, guys, and rock on. That from Kevin and Amber.
Fish salad.
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins.
Hello, guys. My beautiful daughter, Alexis, is having a birthday today. Could you give her an original fish sandwich and a Leroy Jenkins? Thanks, guys. Keep up the good work. That from Dad, Kayleen, and the boys.
Do I get a fish sandwich?
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins.
Guys, it's Richie Rich. My 47th trip around the sun with the Dirty Germans keep me company. Rock on and rock out. Love you guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I will certainly keep you company, and I will show you the German version of skinless bangers.
Yeah, so much like that little fella, Dala, will do it, dog. Yeah. That's the name of his dog.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the real movie?
No.
Who's it, Macaulay Culkin?
I don't know.
Yeah, there was a Richie Rich, like actual.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Was Macaulay Culkin Richie Rich?
Maybe not. Maybe I'll confuse the child actors.
Oh, it makes sense.
It was Macaulay Culkin?
Oh,
yeah.
Well done.
Okay, all right.
But no, I never saw that movie.
Don't.
Guys, today's my husband's Dean 52nd birthday. I've been asking him for weeks what he'd like. Today he finally told me. Dean listens to your show every day as he drives around a semi in Seattle and has asked for an original fish sandwich and a what the F is that and a cut that bitch off. Thank you, guys. That from the lovely Susan.
Do I get a fish sandwich? Oh my God, what the is that, bro?
Cut that bitch off. Net caller.
Hey, y'all. I was hoping to get a birthday shout out to one of our good buddies and coworkers, Kyle the Lube Master. If he could get a what the F is that in the Dirty Germans giving some advice on finding Miss Right for his birthday, I'm sure he would appreciate it. Love the Knucklehead Shop text at H55.
Oh my God, what the is that, bro?
Yeah, it is not hard to find a Miss Right. You just have to stop looking for her. It's like when you accidentally step in dog poop that you did not see. Somehow it will be stuck to you.
Yeah, I prefer the girls that can use both hands, Miss Right and Miss Left. Yeah, keep it going.
Yes, yeah. The other way might be to call yourself the Lube Master when you meet women.
Yeah, Lube Master.
I am the Lube Master.
Yeah, again, back with the right and the left. It's the lube.
Hola, guys, because none of my friends are cool enough to listen to your show, I got to ask for a birthday shout-out for myself. Let me get a happy Chinooka and the Dirty Germans talking about me being a register jockey in Aberdeen. Thanks, guys. That from Lee.
Happy Chinooka.
Yeah, now you're going to be a penis jockey.
Yeah, it's a registered jockey. The craziest part about that is how you have this little stall for you short little men to puke.
Yeah, the good news is I'm hung like a horse, so you'll be quite at home.
Is that a joke I don't get? A registered jockey in Aberdeen? Is there a race track in Aberdeen?
I don't know.
I think he's a cash register guy. A register jockey?
I thought he was a registered jockey.
I think he's saying like he's a cashier.
Yeah, cashier.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you will still ride my...
Yeah.
Either way.
All right, so you don't have to be puking your brains out, man. You're just working.
Yeah, push my buttons the way you do.
Ding.
Yeah, ding, ding.
Guys, want to wish my wife a happy 53rd. She loves your show and listens every day on your podcast on radio.com. How about a fish sandwich medley, please? And a get the hell out of there, Jay, or whatever that is. Pull it in. Thanks from her hubby, Bill.
Can I get
A fillet of fish sandwich.
So you know I got
I'll have a fish sandwich.
Oh, brother, can I have a fish sandwich?
Do I get a fish sandwich?
With the cheese and the tartar on the side.
I'll order a fish sandwich.
Is it too early for a fish sandwich? Cheese and tartar on the side. Oh, yeah. I smell the fish sandwich. Maybe some dinner relish in the morning. At noon. And at night.
Can I buy you a fish sandwich?
Bacholas.
Don't want a fish sandwich?
Let's
Sorry.
pull it
Every
in,
time.
Jay.
Every
Come
time
on.
I step on that. Bitches, it's our dear friend Maria's 55th trip around the sun. Can't wait to celebrate with you at one of our favorite watering holes once the shutdown is over. Since she is one of New Jersey's finest exports, can she get the dirty New Jersey Italians talking about their favorite types of sandwiches? Thanks, guys. That from Nick and the family.
Hey, it depends which. I don't know if you got brunette hair or blonde hair. If you're blonde, I like a ham sandwich. Brunette, I'll take the roast beef.
Go away. She come around here, you know what she's going to get? She's going to get the Capicola, huh? right up the roll.
A big unsliced mortadella.
What would you rather have, ham or roast beef?
Oh, ham. It's been a while.
Okay.
I mean, Italian sandwich got to have ham. Can't have roast beef on there.
I think most Italian sandwiches in this respect probably roast beef sandwiches.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that, Sprouts?
Yeah, just a sprinkle of sprouts. Right down the middle.
Gentlemen, today is my dad's birthday, 68 years old. He listens to your show with me when we're in the car together. So for his birthday, how about a big old bong rip? And Coach Ted telling him some things that he can do in his continued retirement. That from his loving daughter, Kate.
Retirement, huh? That sucks. Right now, everybody's basically retired. They're just sitting at home. Tell you what I do. I take a trip. I'd rent a car, put the top down, and just cruise, man. Because I don't got to be nowhere. I'm retired. Enjoy that life. Smoke a cigar.
And all the guys, today my dad Glenn turns 80. He's the one that got me into the rock, moved the family to the Pacific Northwest, and brought me to you. So how about some shotgun gifts to start the year right? And maybe some smooth, inspirational words from Miles, and some words of wisdom about his prostate. I'll love your show. That from Andy Mack. Get. Words of wisdom about your prostate. Okay. Glenn, always remember, the worst thing you can feel while getting a prostate exam is two hands on your shoulders.
Real quick, just want to say, I know we don't do this often, but Ashley Frank, congrats on the wedding and the blood.
On the blood?
On the blood. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay. All right, guys, here we go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you. BJ.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Now, the men's room wants to know who sucks less.
Hey, time for Who Sucks Last. Tina Hill, you bring us 3 stories from the news each and every week. All of them suck to some degree, but it's up to us to determine out of the 3 stories which one sucks the least. Now, if you happen to follow us on Twitter at 99.9 KISW, the debate is already underway on who sucks less.
Yes, and all these stories, they have a general theme. We'll just say fast food. First of all, have you heard of BurgerFi?
BurgerFi?
Burger Fi, yeah. Well, there's a location called BurgerFi. I don't know if it's a chain or whatever, located in Miami Beach. And an employee there, one Jaquan Walker, he worked at a BurgerFi restaurant until he was the victim of a mob attack. He said that he was taking a group's order when some of the men in the group made fun of his voice because it sounded, quote, gay to them. Quote, they tell me that I need to put bass in my voice. They said I was, well, they used a anti-gay slur, if you will. They just said a whole bunch of things. Oh, we're going to kill you. Oh, we'll beat you up. You're gay. You shouldn't be gay. Well, Walker said that when the altercation turned violent, well, that's when the attack was caught on someone else's cell phone. Several customers started to beat him. Eventually, the attackers, they go to leave the restaurant, but Walker said he was so mad and embarrassed, he ran after them, threw a chair at him. So what did? They came back and beat him once again. He said he went to the nearby Miami Beach police station after the men left. He filed a criminal complaint. Police said they're considering it an anti-gay battery. And once he let his bosses know what had happened, he was fired.
Dude, BurgerFi's legit.
Okay.
Wait a minute, he got fired.
He got fired.
Because he let the bosses know that they were harassing him because he sounded gay.
That is correct. And he went down to the police station, filed a criminal complaint. And then when he got back, he's explaining to his bosses what happened. Yeah, so he was fired. He got beat up and fired all in the same day.
Jesus.
Now we go to Ohio, where a woman was sentenced to 90 days in jail for attacking and spitting on 3 employees. Why? Because a cookie was missing from her drive-thru order.
Oh,
Police noted that the woman, she was intoxicated when she fought the employees, and when she realized that the pastry was missing, she climbed through the McDonald's drive-thru window and began hitting 3 workers. Following the attack, the 3 employees, who were described, quote-unquote, as kids, they sustained minor injuries, including scratches and bruises. Now, at her sentencing, the judge says, quote, you spit on one employee during this pandemic. And what's the reason for the attack? Because you didn't get your cookie? These are kids just trying to get through a night of work in the heat of the pandemic when everyone is scared to death for their lives. Well, anyway, in a plea deal, she was found guilty of attempted assault and criminal damage. And along with her sentence, she's also been ordered to complete an anger management class and be placed on probation. Okay. So she didn't get her cookie, climbed through the window, and started beating people. And finally, we go back to the state of Florida, where a man was recorded on New Year's Eve taking a beating from a McDonald's worker after grabbing her over a straw. Daniel Taylor, he pleaded guilty to 2 counts of battery. He was sentenced to 60 days in jail by the judge. Now, the video showed Taylor screaming at an employee working at the register after he couldn't find a straw. He then reached over the counter and grabbed her out of anger while she retaliated and punched him a few times in the head as he held onto the collar. A customer saw the events unfold just before the attack, and the woman said that Taylor went to the area where the straws were normally held, and when he saw that there weren't any, he began screaming at the staff. Then it got physical. According to the arrest report, Taylor kicked another employee, and he was taken out of the McDonald's. So those are your stories.
Damn. Man.
Yes, indeed.
People are losing their mind.
They really, really are.
The assaults at the Florida McDonald's with a straw, I mean, that's pretty severe.
Yeah.
That might be the worst. But then again, you can't, I mean, you could feasibly kill someone through assault, but the chance that you could spit on someone and kill them is just as great these days. So while it doesn't seem like, but spitting has always been spitting.
Spitting's always spitting. I feel like story number 2, that's where the woman climbed through the drive-thru window. For whatever reason, that bothers me the most. You know, everyone's actions are stupid, but yours to climb through the goddamn drive-thru window? Come on, man. But we're looking for the least. I don't know, man, I guess.
But the guy was beaten up for sounding gay?
He was beaten up for sounding gay, that is correct.
And so who are we deciding sucks? People that beat him up or the burger place that fired him?
You pick him. Because his day
sucks. That one's pretty bad. That might be the worst. Because it's a double whammy. Not only did you get assaulted, but then you filed a police report. And because of that, you lost your job.
That is correct.
I think that sucks the most. So now we got to break it down on either spitting on someone or assaulting them.
Now, sadly, I think the third story, the guy who couldn't get the straw and grab the employee, I think he sucks the least. I think he sucks. I just think he sucks the least because in this case, while he overreacted to a straw, he grabbed her by the collar, but he never threw a punch at her. Okay. This does not excuse anything.
Right.
I'm just saying The first guy got his ass beat. The second story, someone climbed through the window. Didn't do a lot of damage, but she still threw punches and kicks and everything at these kids.
Maybe these restaurants need spit sacks.
Something, man.
I mean,
that's the only reason I'm picking.
I think the guy in Florida is the worst.
First guy,
right? They're the worst because he got beat up, got
twice,
homophobic stuff,
right,
and then lost his job because of it.
Lost his job, right? Because
that's terrible.
This burger place,
BurgerFi.
I'm guessing they're going to hear about this.
I would think so.
Right, and then the woman, right, she spit on 3 of them, but she climbed through the window, right?
And keep in mind, in addition to spitting, she also threw some blows, right? She just also spit. But yeah, she climbed through the drive-through window to get to them. Because again, missing a cookie.
And where was that at?
That was in Ohio.
Do you know what kind of restaurant?
That was a McDonald's?
I believe it was a McDonald's.
I didn't know McDonald's had a big cookie, but in Ohio, they have a lot of different stuff on their menu.
It was Ohio, and yes, it was a McDonald's.
I was thinking the same thing.
Really? Like, McDonald's doesn't
that was the only thing.
They got a giant cookie at McDonald's?
Yeah, exactly. That was the only thing that you could... Oh, yeah, the big old chocolate chip cookie.
Okay.
Indulge in a chocolate
Someone
chip
does
cookie.
point out, they say, look, the BurgerFi kid was fired because he chased them. He can't do that. It looks bad for the image of the company. So that's their argument. The kid got beat up, right? Then he got mad and threw a chair at him. Then they came back, beat him up again. He filed his complaint. But this guy's saying, look, they didn't fire him because he got beat up or because he sounds gay. He got beat up because he chased him down, right? It's not like a Target or Walmart or something like...
Right, I know if you work in like loss prevention, you're not supposed to chase him outside the store.
That's what it is, right. So maybe it's that. It could be that. Either way, it's a crappy
Damn, he got
thing.
beat up twice. And then lost his job over it.
He got beat up the second time because he threw the chair, which according to this guy, and it makes sense, is probably why he lost the job in the first place, because he went after him. And he only went after him because they beat him up.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to agree with you. I think the
straw guy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not good.
No.
He's the only
sucks.
guy that didn't throw an actual punch. You know, he just held her by the collar. And she started working him.
Because that's how you open up the straw, too. Rip off that little piece of paper.
That's exactly
right, he held her by the collar, and then she got in her licks.
Sarah on Facebook says job loss, intentional violent projection of bodily fluids are definitely the worst. So the grabby, grumpy guy who got caught on camera, he sucks the least.
Okay.
The debate continues on Who Sucks Less. If you like The Men's Room on Facebook and like KISW on Facebook, you are listening to The Men's Room.
New on Curiosity Stream.
Just because it hasn't been done before doesn't mean you can't.
Watch Earth's greatest minds forge our path to a better tomorrow. It's engineering the future. And Jaws, Star Wars, The Godfather, E.T. The biggest movies have even bigger music. From King Kong to The Dark Knight. See how musicians scored Hollywood's greatest hits on great film composers' music of the movies. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Well, great balls of fire, Bubba. What happened, Bilford? That crazy son of a Sal blew right through that four-way stop of Main Street and plowed into my cowboy Cadillac.
Your what?
My pickup truck. And I'm pretty sure my leg is broken, Ted.
Oh, quit your bitching, Buford, and talk with those side busters at the Advocates Law Firm. When I got busted up last month, well, shoot, they made sure those snakes at the insurance company played fair.
Boy, howdy. Even that creepy so-and-so Kyle earned his keep.
So if you get injured, the advocates get results. AdvocatesLaw.com.
The Men's Room is in progress. 99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle.
Coming up in just minutes, we will drink, we will toast with a shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way 1 hour from now. But first, a quick check-in with Mike Hawkins. Some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
All right, the CIA has officially declassified 2.2 million pages of secrets about UFOs.
Remember, they put that in the whatever they just passed in Congress. That was one of those things they kind of slid in. Mm-hmm. Like, there's always what you're voting for that the public knows, and you know every congressperson slips some crap in there. That was one of them, right? So it gets signed, and kind of after the fact, they were like, "Oh, goddamn! Guess what? You had 6 months to open up all your files and reveal what you know about UFOs."
Right?
CIA is like, here.
My guess is that it's really lackluster. Then
you know it's got to be. There was no pushback, and they're like, here.
No.
They had 6 months to do it. This has been like 1 week, and they're like, sure.
Because here's the thing. They declassified the secrets that they had on UFOs. That was the story. The story wasn't, here's proof of aliens.
Yeah, exactly.
It was they declassified their secrets, which I don't know what their secrets are, but they're obviously uninteresting enough to where it doesn't even make the headline. Oops.
We saw one. Here it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
There. We don't know what it was.
It's in the radar. You've seen the video.
Right. Flew across the
Thanks
sky.
to the guy in Blink 182 or whatever.
Right. Good work. A man in Arkansas stabbed his brother over spreading the word of Jesus.
He was mad he was spreading it or that he wasn't spreading it?
Ted, I didn't even work on it, man. I have no freaking idea.
You know what you got to do?
That way.
Just remember to leave it out by the stove. That way it's easier to spread.
He put out a whole book. You just got to read it.
Right.
I mean, it's right there.
Take it a minute. Okay. Good one, Ted. Good work. King Tut.
Spread it, Mike.
I hear you, man. Like butter. Yeah.
Cream cheese.
King Tut's body is being moved to a museum in Egypt. And yeah.
No.
And people are worried about moving a cursed body.
I would be. Look, I don't know if I believe in any of it. Let's not move that body.
Right. It doesn't matter if you do. This should not be done.
Yeah.
Just based on the fact that then we'll really find out.
Yeah,
I feel like it's Raiders of the Lost Ark stuff.
Man, so, like, he's dead.
Right.
I'm not going to go dig up somebody's grave, right, and go like, man, this person's really important, so let's take their corpse that's been here for 4,000 goddamn years and put it in museums so people can stare at him all day. We've seen it. We know what he looks like. Mm-hmm. You've done but like, the dudes that leave his body alone. You've grabbed all the artifacts. I get it. You know, like, if you go to Disney, they have the wax presidents. They don't say, you know what we did? We dug up Abraham Lincoln. I'm like, we don't need to see him. He's dead. Let's leave him where he is, man.
That's fair.
In Kentucky.
That's all. I know it's King Tut. I get it. But it's like, that's still a dead dude.
Right.
Who's been in the same goddamn place for 4,000 years. You can't miss if he has the biggest tombstone on earth.
He does, because he was buried with a donkey.
Right. Let's face it. We enjoy staring at the coffin that he was buried in, not exactly the body.
And that's exactly like his sarcophagus was crazy. Right? It's like gold and all that. I don't need to see what's in there, man.
Right, I know what's in there. Dead, rotting flesh and bones.
Yeah, shriveled up old dude.
I saw Abe Lincoln's blood.
Saw his blood.
Oh yeah. It's on the blanket.
Yeah, when like the place across from Ford's Theater where they took him right after. It's kind of crazy. There's just like this glass box in the blanket. And there's still blood on it.
Yep.
It's such a weird thing,
right?
You know, like, wow, it's Abe's blood. Like, that's kind of messed up. But I get
it is.
It's over 100-year-old blood right there. In the bed that's like half the size of Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
No kidding, man. His legs were like drooped over the edge of that bed. It was not big enough at all. Let's see here. Mountain Dew has another flavor that they're working on that'll be inspired by the new Batman movie called Riddler's Brew.
This is our second Mountain Dew story in a week.
Correct.
They're crazy.
Oh, man. They're going.
I kind of like that Mountain Dew, though. It's like, not Batman. We're going with the Riddler.
Hell yeah. Well, Riddler is more their MO. That's their color. That was the Riddler's color. I mean, you could almost go Joker with it.
You go Joker and green hair.
Right. But you know what? The Joker's easy pickings. It's low-hanging fruit. The Riddler's kind of that more eccentric supervillain there. Yeah, I applaud it. Go for it.
Yeah, but I think Batman had the best supervillains.
Oh, absolutely. He had some of the best.
Yeah,
most
iconic. You know,
absolutely. The Joker.
You can make the argument that Batman's almost like the most boring part of his whole series.
Absolutely.
Like, he's cool, but the problem is he himself. Everything's like this, so there's no emotion other than I'm just pissed off.
Batman is not a superhero. He's a rich dude with toys that goes and beats up people. He's a vigilante.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The supervillains are absolutely the coolest part. I love the Joker. He's my favorite villain ever.
But that's what you like about him, because, you know, like Superman, he's going to fight things that are equivalent to Superman.
Right.
It's way out of our league. Batman, you go like, all right, dude, here's just a bad guy. It can be any one of us. And we have enough money to finance whatever criminal enterprise we're going after.
Right.
But I get myself like a certain motif. I have a certain calling card. And for whatever reason, every time I see you, we're going to punch each other in the face.
Right.
I always like the Green Goblin.
That's Spider-Man.
I know, but as far as supervillains.
Hell yeah.
I just thought he was sort of like, ooh, he's creepy.
That's why they picked Willem Dafoe. I don't even know that they needed makeup for him. Like, just
there you go.
That dude looks like he got.
I just like this Riddler's brew. Looks like it's kind of grape flavored.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's kind of a purplish greenish look there. Again, very much fits the Riddler's colors.
But what do you think it tastes like?
Tastes like somebody took a Mountain Dew and a grape soda.
About to say, yeah, it's got to be a grapey Mountain Dew. I'm in. Klondike is releasing shakes that come in frozen pouches.
Huh.
And then mix it with milk, I'm assuming? I don't know. Okay.
Have you guys seen the new desktop soft serve ice cream maker?
No.
Desktop? No.
Well, it looks like a Keurig.
Okay.
And you stick this thing on your counter, and you get soft serve ice cream.
All right.
Yes.
That
And I
seems
looked at that and I
reasonable.
went, I really want to buy that.
Don't do it.
I really want to get one.
It's a gimmick,
I love
Miles.
soft serve ice cream.
I know, don't do it,
So
pretty
do
fat
I.
ass.
It's fantastic. Right.
When's the last time you had soft serve ice cream?
Probably the last time I was like at a Dairy Queen. Or, I mean, McDonald's hot fudge sundae, probably.
All right, how long ago?
2 months? Last time I got a hot fudge sundae? Well, I mean, it's obviously you don't want like an ice cream machine on your counter, but I want an ice cream machine on my counter.
Right here.
You don't, but you do.
It will never be the same as that perfect soft serve ice
Well, the damn thing
cream
costs $1,000.
Right.
Oh, God.
I mean, to
no.
this day, if it's me, where do you go for soft serve ice cream? It's a long ways away, but off of Exit 77, off of I-5, there's a dairy bar down there. It has the best soft serve ice cream I've ever had. There's nothing that has ever compared to it. There's a lot of places that are close. They have great soft serve ice cream, but that's the best.
But don't we also know that they break down all the time?
What?
I mean, based on McDonald's?
Based on fast food places.
Yeah.
No, I think it's just
People
McDonald's.
just don't want to do
That's
yeah.
right.
Right.
It's
David
just
said
that
it's not that there's anything wrong with it. We don't feel like making
Here's the thing. I used to work at an alternative fast food joint that had milkshakes to it. And the thing is that the milkshake mix came in a giant freaking pouch. There was not just a single serve. There was this big old thing that you had to pour in there. And you kind of had to gauge it toward the end of the night because it had to be flushed at the end of the night.
Right, which is the worst part of anyone's job.
So at 9:55, when that doggone thing is emptied out and you close in 5 minutes, somebody says that they want a milkshake. Sorry, one, it's going to take 20 minutes for this thing to chill enough for me to give it to you, and then I got to drain the rest of it out. Sorry, it didn't happen.
It's broken.
It's broken. We're all out.
Right.
Someone pulled over 100,000 people online and asked about different things a lot of us do but never talk about, mainly gross behaviors.
Okay.
So I have the top 8 here. I'm going to see if you guys line up with everybody else here. So, do you ever stick your fingers somewhere gross and then sniff them just because you're curious?
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
It's called the smell check.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you want to monitor yourself.
100%.
I mean, I'm not that flexible. I need the finger help.
74% of people admitted to it.
Of course. 100% of people do it, but 74% admit it.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I got no shame in my game. Yes, it's gross.
I've been going like this because I'm kicking right now.
Oh, yeah.
And I need to go home and take a shower.
Sometimes you give a little stretch there, just kind of turn your head. No, I'm just stretching my neck. No,
This no deodorant lifestyle, it can only go for about 5 days. Then I start to get to the end of it, it just gets bad.
It's bad. Number 7. Have you ever, oh, God. Have you ever popped someone else's zit?
Hell yeah.
I can tell you a story about Miles. At a bachelor party in Portland.
No.
At a pizza.
No.
Tell it. You don't want to go down that road?
No.
Should we save this for a podcast?
You know what? Yeah.
You've already told it before. What's the difference now?
All right. Okay. I think Ryan Castle slipped me some drugs at the bar. That's how the story goes.
Slipped you some drugs.
Slipped you some drugs. That we all
actually,
took.
we're at a bar.
Took the bus to run over
And
people.
Castle's, he's been practicing for the new originals.
That's right. We had a show coming up.
And his hands are just, I mean, he is beating the hell out of the drums. So his hands are just completely blistered up.
Right.
I'm hammered. I reach over, grab his hand, and bite one of his blisters. It shoots out.
No, wait. This thing pops, dude. It hits our pizza. It goes people's beer. Oh,
It's
yeah.
a big ass blister.
Oh, yeah.
What am I going to do about this?
God.
Give me that hand. Crack.
That's how it went down.
Gone.
38% of us have. You have to be comfortable with that person. I know exactly the person that I have popped their
He's
zit.
the guy who wakes up in bed and tries to punch me in the face because his alarm's going off.
Right.
So no sweat.
These are the most common gross behaviors that people admit to. Number 6, do you ever pee in the shower?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, sometimes I jump in there. I didn't feel the need before. I do now, and now I need
Yeah,
to.
I mean, like, if I'm taking a shower and I have the need to pee, I'm like, well, of course I'm
Yeah.
going to
Right. Don't worry, the soap's coming later. I'm going to sanitize it. 83% of people
Not only
admit
that,
to
but
doing that.
my bathtub, I don't use as a bathtub.
Right.
So if I honestly took a bath every day, I wouldn't pee in there.
No.
But I don't.
Right.
Sorry, I'm just imagining you drawing a bath.
Right, exactly. Good morning. Mr. Bubble.
Right.
Throw in my bath bomb of the day.
That's right. I got a little lush.
This one's in the shape of a sunshine.
Smell the lavender.
Number 5, have you ever passed gas and denied that it was you?
Sure.
Always.
Of course.
I mean, rarely do I deny it,
Right.
but it has happened.
If you have a particularly bad one that, you know what, somebody else needs to take the buck for that one, see, that's where the stock of admitting to it pays off.
If I'm with strangers, it wasn't me.
Right.
Around anyone that knows me, they know goddamn well it was me. There's no
Exactly.
point.
Just make it audible and it's all accountable.
79% of people admitted to it. These are the most common gross behaviors that people admit to. Number 4, have you worn the same pair of underwear 2 days in a row?
I did it for 4 days.
Oh, my heavens.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
not
forgot
my-
them on a trip.
Right.
Under Armour, they worked out fine.
Right. That's not what I want
You
to
really
do,
do.
but sure, man. I mean,
You can also not wear underwear.
Fair.
I mean, you can go a day without underwear. It's not gonna kill
I'm
anybody.
telling you, man, when I zipped my junk, that was the end of the commando lifestyle. I'm not kidding. I've been doing it for years. Zipped my junk one day, and
Only once.
only once. Been wearing underwear every day since then.
Number 3, have you ever soiled yourself besides when you were a baby?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, I
yes.
think I can think of one time that I did.
You know, you make
You're
a
too
gamble.
young.
Like,
You're too young.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I slipped on one a month and a half ago.
Oh, no kidding.
Did you?
Yeah. Got home, literally got home from work, about to crack a beer, and I was like, oh, just squeak out a little fart.
But thank God you're at home.
Thank God I was.
But you're at home. It's okay.
Still,
Jump
it's
right in the shower, baby.
embarrassing.
It's still not okay.
Yeah.
There's no one around you. It doesn't matter.
36% of people have admitted to have done that as a teenager or an adult. I did one while I was standing at the toilet. I was like, all right, just got to squeeze one out real quick, and then there was a little bit too much.
And it's that fear, right? Not fear, but just acknowledgement. You're like, that didn't touch. That didn't touch.
Let me go check.
Right. And then you know it did. Yeah. Right? It's that same little line.
You can see the line.
That's right. Well, you can feel the line,
Like the
Miles.
butt sweat line.
I was just gonna say, it's just sweat. Now that's poop.
In the bathroom, do you ever skip the whole hand washing thing because you're just too lazy? There are people here at work that I know that do.
I don't.
Oh, in my middle stalling career, I've witnessed a handful of people that I saw them at the stall when I passed them, and they did not wash on their way out.
You should yell something towards her. Wash your hands!
I saw that! Let's see, 69% of people said yes, they do.
That would be kind of like, I don't know.
Power move right there?
Okay. Yeah, just like on your way out one day, just be like, by the way, wash your damn hands.
Right.
Okay, but do you do it as much at home?
Yeah.
Right.
No.
So I feel like it's more.
on
I feel like it's more of an away game thing.
Definitely
Sure.
a way game,
You know what I mean?
but it's a courtesy. It's like wearing a mask, though. A lot of it's a courtesy.
I understand that.
There are moments at home where, I say 2 nights ago, I was wiping up, and it was a little different than I thought it would be, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wash my hands. I feel really uncomfortable with this whole experience.
But you know what? I know I didn't pee on my hands when I'm at home.
Right, that's a good point.
If I'm wiping, I always have to wash.
Right. But sometimes you just need a quick run under the sink and away you go.
Yeah, also, I just feel like after COVID, like the rules were all different.
Exactly.
When I wash my hands, you come in. Wash your hands when you leave.
And this is the most common gross behavior that people admit to. Do you ever pick your nose when no one's around?
Yeah, I pick my nose when people are around.
That's right. I pick my nose when people are watching.
So
The problem is flicking it.
93%.
That's the real thing. Like, man, where do I flick it?
I don't do that now that I have my own place.
93% of people admit to doing it. Are you guys like the 43% that admit they don't flick it? It goes right back in.
Not my thing.
No.
Right back in what?
Eat it.
Oh, God. No.
I feel like that's something that you pick up in like kindergarten, and then for some reason you never let it go. I don't think anybody is like 28 years old, like, I wonder, and then gives it a go.
Oh, God, no.
I mean, it's got to be something you've been doing for a while. We did have a guy that called in, or I think he texted. Anyway, we were talking about eating boogers. Just saying it's just not something adults do, right? Dude was like, I don't remember his age, but somewhere between like 30 and 40. And not only, he's like, yeah, I pick my nose and eat my boogers. And his thing was like, he had beef with us. Like, what's the problem with that? Like, I don't know how to explain this to you, man.
Your nose is like the liver of your face.
Right.
Yes. Like it's filtering all of the...
Your body doesn't want this.
So it makes sure that it doesn't go in.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why it's important to have
Sorry, that's got a bad image. Ooh.
You about to choke up, man?
I gotta move on. Keep it moving. There's a town in England attempting to ward off visitors, but they're not. They're going about it a little aggressive, Miles.
How so?
I'll tell you all about it 1 hour from now.
Thank you, Mike Hawk. Headlines are on the way 1 hour from now. In the meantime, let's get a contestant on the line for Profile This. We'll take caller 9 at 206-421-ROCK. Have we made it to drinking time?
New on Curiosity Stream.
Just because it hasn't been done before doesn't mean you can't.
Watch Earth's greatest minds forge our path to a better tomorrow. It's engineering the future. And Jaws, Star Wars, The Godfather, E.T. The biggest movies have even bigger music. From King Kong to The Dark Knight. See how musicians scored Hollywood's greatest hits on great film composers' music of the movies. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit CuriosityStream.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.